Boop. Hello everyone. So you're probably wondering what the heck happened to the channel. The last videos you probably saw were at Destination D23 in September of last year. At that time, I was already engaged, we were getting engaged to Kaylin here.
You were working on the ring while you were at D23.
Yep. So I was actually on phone calls at Destination D23 in Florida, planning her ring, and we were in the process of closing on our house.
Yep.
So so lots have happened. We're now engaged, and we purchased our home. And we're actually on our honeymoon. So
we're not just engaged, now we're married.
We're married, yeah. A lot has happened in the last couple years, and the channel will be evolving with that, I'm sure. Which direction that goes, I couldn't tell you right this moment, but certainly a name change, next few couple videos, or one or two videos, will be from our honeymoon here in Oahu. So we did a week in Disneyland and a week in Aulani, the Disney resort here in Oahu. And we've had an absolute blast. Of course, we haven't filmed all of it. We've wanted to have some personal time as well, but we're wrapping up our honeymoon here in Hawaii, and we'll show you around Aulani. There's also some stuff from Kualoa Ranch, which is a movie site location here on Oahu, famous for Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and about 200 other movies and TV shows. We had a blast there. So come along, and we'll see where Hawaii takes us. Welcome to Disney's Aulani Resort and Spa. We're here for second week of our honeymoon. And we'll talk a little bit about the resort. The resort has some great history, although short history, behind it. And as we walk up to the lobby, the beautiful lobby, we'll tell you a little bit about it. Here we go. So Disney started searching for a way to open a DVC, Disney Vacation Club Resort, here in Hawaii, concentrating mostly on Oahu, starting in the early 1990s. They didn't want to build in Waikiki. Waikiki for decades has been very overbuilt. There's basically no land left, and guests would be in a sea of people. So 2000s finally roll around, and they come across a development here on the southwestern side of the island. So they came across a development here on the southwest side of the island called Aulani. So Aulani was first attempted as a destination back in the 1980s with a developer backed by a Japanese investor. Their money ran out after they built one resort and a golf course. Today, that is the golf course across the street from Aulani, and the Four Seasons just next door. Disney started their works kind of in the mid-2000s. And they encountered quite fierce opposition. The native Hawaiians did not want another resort, especially by Disney. What they did to maintain cultural integrity was they assembled a panel of tribal elders. And what we have today between the tribal elders and the Imagineering of Joe Rohde, you have Aulani. And Aulani is largely respected as the most accurate and respectful resort on the island of Oahu. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll take a walk in. So what you saw there as we walked into the incredible lobby, Uncle Ito, one of the caretakers here at the resort, is giving a tour. We went on his art and cultural tour the other night, which explains a lot of the symbolism that is here at the resort. So behind me here is one side of the resort. You're going to see a lot of curved shapes. On the doors of the rooms is going to be fish. And the murals at the end depict a feminine god. So this is the Iwa Tower. It is linked to the ocean. It is also a feminine influence. This side of the resort over here is going to be a land influence. On the doors of the hotel rooms is going to be birds. You're also going to see a lot of sharper edges. And right down, see if I can figure out my finger. There we go. Right on that panel right there, you're going to see a depiction of Maui lassoing the sun. So it's very masculine on that side of the resort. The two towers and the lobby in the middle depicts a
Come on down, friends. Come on right up against the rail.
depicts a valley.
So Waikolohe Valley is what we call this stuff out here. Why do you use fresh water for looking into this space?
So you can hear that tour starting, and to explain the valley and some of the methods behind what you see today. So we'll take a quick walk down the hall here. You're going to see your check-in desk. So as you come into the main building, if you go to the right, you're going to find your check-in desk as well as your DVC and concierge people. And as with any Disney resort, right across from the check-in desk, you have kind of a kids' lounge where the kids can watch some shows and things while you figure out your check-in. Now, one thing that the Hawaiians wanted to make sure of when this resort went in was they wanted it to be recession-proof. And the way that Disney ended up structuring that is here at Aulani, you have 50% hotel rooms, 50% DVC. So you can book this without timeshare and enjoy it just like everybody else. We're going to take the elevator down to the spa level. So there's the spa here at Aulani is absolutely incredible. If you're able to do a spa treatment, you can check in an hour and a half prior to your appointment. And there is an outdoor water garden where there's different types of showers. There's a footpath with stones to trigger pressure points in your feet. And then there's also different plunge pools and jacuzzis. Highly recommend the couples massage if you come as a couple. We did a traditional one, and they used hot stones to massage us. It was absolutely phenomenal, and you will come out of that 80-minute session feeling like a wet noodle. Also down here on level 1 of one of the towers, this is your gym. We haven't been in here yet, so if nobody's in here, I will show you, but I have a feeling that somebody's going to be in here. So there were people in there, and I didn't want to film while they were working out, but you've got full weight sets, full machines, treadmills, bikes, everything. It's actually more than you would typically see at a hotel gym. Also on this level is this little shop right here called Painted Sky. Think of this as the Hawaiian version of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, where kids can buy some nice clothing and get done up in Hawaiian style. So in order to get out to the pools and beach, you're going to take one of the 2 elevators down to level 1, and you're going to walk out to a scene like this. I think this area was designed much like the Animal Kingdom Park was in the beginning. It's fairly minimal signage, kind of designed to get you purposely lost so that you can explore. So don't get discouraged. You're not going to get lost to a point where you're going to get upset. It's fun to explore, and so here you have a lazy river, an adults only jacuzzi, a grotto pool, a regular pool, and there's an 18 plus pool as well. So there's plenty of options for everybody. And of course, you also have a private lagoon, which Aulani shares with the Four Seasons. So right now we're walking by the kids' play area. This is going to be for your older kids. Features water jets, dumping water, and kind of a playground structure. And we're coming up on our the Rainbow Reef. This is an artificial reef here at Aulani. We actually did scuba lessons here at the Rainbow Reef a little earlier in the week. They were absolutely phenomenal with it. Looks like they're getting ready to do another lesson right now, actually. But we'll go down to the viewing area, and you can peek in and see some of the fish. There's several different types of fish that you can swim with. Either they are for snorkel, scuba, or air-assisted snorkel, where you'll have an air supply. And don't get discouraged if you're having trouble with scuba. They will do everything they can to make sure you have a great time. Myself, I ended up having some sinus issues, and they inflated some buoyancy on my chest and my back, and were able to keep me more or less surface level, but using the apparatus.
Come on, Bubba, let's go to the splash pad. Review.
And kind of in the middle of everything here, by Rainbow Reef, is going to be Mama's Snack Shop and Pipeline Shave Ice, as well as a restroom and a gift shop. So if you need anything while you're here at the main pool or nearby, you can hop right over to one of these spots and grab what you need. There is also a snack shack down on the beach that you can use if you're on the beach. So right behind me here is going to be the adult world jacuzzi that has an infinity edge looking out over the water. We've been in there a couple times. Very nice. And aside from the adults only pool, everything is open to families.
Yep.
So down here, this is going to be your beach snack shack. You also have over here on this side, you've got your beach rentals. There are a couple things that are included in your stay here at Aulani. That includes boogie boards and umbrellas, as well as a chair on the beach if you want. Things like paddle boards, snorkel gear, things like that are additional. And I believe you can also sign out some equipment to do ping pong, cornhole, and Connect 4 here on the beach. If you're feeling a little more up class, you can get these covered chairs. They cost anywhere between $80 and $400 a day, or you can get a cabana, which I don't believe are down here at the beach. They're more around the pool areas. Those are in the area of $600 to $800. So coming back up on the other side of the resort now, you've got two restaurants. You've got Off the Hook, which is more of your casual dining, your family dining. They're going to have everything from spaghetti to some nicer cuts of fish. This is kind of your overall go-to. This is also the only restaurant at the resort that currently offers mobile order. Also over here on this side is going to be your stairway up to your two water slides. One requires a tube, one does not. The one with the tube lands in the lazy river. We did that one earlier. It was super fun. You get going pretty fast. And we both did a somersault at the end. So back here behind me, this doorway here is going to be Auntie's Beach House. This is your on-site daycare and child service. They also offer a variety of activities and parties. I believe last night they actually had a Halloween party. So right here, Ama Ama is going to be the premier restaurant at the resort. This is going to be I believe, 3-course meal. So if you want a special night out, this might be an option. We opted not to do this. We're actually going to go next door tonight to the Four Seasons, to Mina's Fish House. And I think for what we're expecting, it might be a better deal. So if you're looking to stay on property, and want a nice meal, go to Ama Ama. And if you're looking for probably the best in the area, go to Mina's Fish House next door. And as with any DVC property, you've got grills available. These are to the rear of Auntie's Beach House. So you can come out here, fry up some burgers, go back inside, have a nice meal. The DVC rooms here are comparable to any other DVC property, such as Walt Disney World. We're staying in a studio, so we have a queen bed, a sleeper sofa, and a small kitchenette. So this is going to be the lawn behind one of the towers here at the resort. This lawn is primarily used for the luau, but there might also be other events that take place out here. The Halloween party was actually out here for last night. So we did do a luau the other night. It was great. We enjoyed it. The food is phenomenal. And I'd say if it's your first time here at Aulani, do your best to book it. They also use this lawn for a lot of the more popular meet and greets for the characters. So we met Mickey, Minnie, Stitch,
Chip and Dale.
And Chip and Dale out here. Good morning, everyone. We're here at the Dole Plantation on Oahu. We're going to be taking a train tour as well as a walking garden tour to learn about the history of Dole here in Hawaii. Alright, so we just finished the Pineapple Express train tour here at Dole Plantation. Very informative. Looks like they're planting their next batch of pineapple for the most part. So a lot of the fields are fairly low right now. But we did see little pineapples a little further down. What'd you think?
It was awesome, very informative, and good to know about the pineapple and the whole Dole industry over here in Hawaii.
Yeah, and certainly Hawaii wasn't really industrialized until the 1800s, and fruit and sugarcane were some of the first products to come out of that. Alright guys, so we just wrapped up at the Dole Plantation here on Oahu, and we're going to be driving over to Kualoa Ranch. It's about an hour drive. We were at Kualoa yesterday, and we did horseback riding and ziplining, so we'll insert some pictures from that here. But we're going to be doing the movie tour. There's been probably a couple hundred different movies, TV shows filmed at Kualoa Ranch. It's most known for Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Skull Island, Georgia Jungle, Kong, things like that. It is a otherworldly valley that you have to see to believe. It is absolutely incredible. So we'll get some footage from that, but in the meantime, we'll hit the road. By the way, we're renting a Polaris slingshot, which is very fun. Yeah, so we'll hit the road here. Alright, so now we're just waiting on our movie sites tour here at Kualoa Ranch. We're going to be boarding a what looks like a retired school bus to ride up through the valley. But here at Kualoa Ranch, if you have a tour, you have to show up 45 minutes prior to that tour time. That allows them to check you in, make sure you're here, and then you're going to have another time that you go in, sit where that particular tour meets. There's dozens of activities here at the ranch. Like I said yesterday, we did ziplining and horseback riding. You can also do ATV tours, e-bike tours. They have access to an island. You can go to an island. So plenty to do here. Highly recommend if you're on the island of Oahu.
Got bombed, we lost a bunch of ships there. We also lost 4 airfields here on this island here, and one was located right across the bay there. I'll continue with that story, but first, you're probably distracted by this really cool sign that says Jurassic World on it. This is the gate from Jurassic World. Remember when those 2 boys hot-wired that Jeep? You get away from the Indominus Rex and they go crashing through the gate?
Yeah.
This is the gate. It was only in the film for about 2.5 seconds or so. Of course, we have it guarded by 2 furious styrofoam Velociraptors right there on the side here. Don't worry, they weren't fed. Anyway, let's go back to that Second World War story. So the military realized that this part of the island was very vulnerable to attack because that airfield is right across the bay there. So they got to a lease agreement with the ranch. Of course, you know, the government, wartime, of course you could demand certain things as far as national security concerned. And so the military came over here, taking over 35% of the ranch land. They fortified this place, they put bunkers and pillboxes. Anyone had a chance to hike Diamond Head yet? Not yet? Anyway, that's put that on your left 43. And of course, Battery Cooper at one time had anti-aircraft guns, had artillery. He had a cannon that could shoot out 15 miles or so. It goes into the hills about 120 feet. It didn't take him that long to complete Battery Cooper. So I'm going to drop you guys off up here. You guys will go into Battery Cooper, spend about 7 minutes there. I'm going to move the bus up there and come join you guys in Battery Cooper. Make sure no one gets left behind there. We're going to let these bicycles go by here because so you guys get to walk out there and check out all the TV and movie memorabilia. By the way, this wall was used in the movie Pearl Harbor. I'll talk about that a little later. So I need you guys to walk around the front of the bus, go direct.
So see the size of the cannon they had on the front of this place? So it's right there, right where the asphalt is. So if you didn't hear our bus driver said Battery Cooper had a cannon in the front of it that would propel projectiles 15 miles out into the water in the event of an invading Navy. So our bus driver didn't address this, but our tour yesterday did. There is a Marines base on an island just across the bay that was hit before Pearl Harbor. So this is a very strategic spot for them to put a base, and they put a runway and hangars in here at Kualoa Ranch. So behind me is a model for the movie Windtalkers. You might be familiar with that movie from 2002 starring Nicolas Cage. The cost of that model alone was $20,000.
The remake of Jumanji, right? Or was the original one filmed there too?
So the newer version of Jumanji has some of its artifacts here. And that was filmed here at the ranch as well.
Dinosaurs.
Hey, give me the camera. Come and I'll take a picture. I need the driver.
I want to get a picture.
Of course, this is just the start of the tour. Behind me, once we go around this turn, we're going to be in the Jurassic Valley. It's where the majority of the films and TV shows were filmed. Everything from the Jurassic movies to 50 First Dates, you name it, right around that corner. Stay tuned.
mules fall hundreds of feet off the cliff. I'm going to show you the cliff. If you look to your left, that's a cliff about 3 to 5 feet high, made out of styrofoam and chicken wire. This is where the mules fell off in that movie there. Of course, the airbrushes make it look like the bump in there. But of course, on the big screen, over here, not much to it. If you look at 6 people there. And of course, we all do it. Warrior wants to expand other tours, you know, Jurassic tours and the movie tours, all these other tours. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to get ready. I'm not going to tell you what to get ready for, but are you guys ready? You ready? Are you guys sure? You sure ready? Okay, let's do it right about now. There you go. Good, you guys were ready. I have no idea what for, but you guys were ready. Anyway, and the ranch also want to expand their farming efforts. They already had farms over here. They had a bunch of farmers that leased land from the ranch, but as those farmers aged out and those farms, the ranch started assuming those lands again, and they started doing their own farming. We grow things like bananas, taro, that's for making koi. What else we grow? Sweet potatoes, cacao for making chocolate, and all these other breadfruit, and all these other things that we grow here. And this area here is called the ag area. We show a little sampling of some of the things we grow, but also get to show you a recreation of Hawaiian. Dr. Hammond's 2 grandkids. Remember that scene? Along with Dr. Grant, they're just walking. The dinosaurs are just cruising, chill, everything nice and relaxed. And guess what? T-Rex comes out of the bushes. Of course, it's all CGI. They attack the Kalamais. They take off running. To avoid being trampled on, the humans have to take shelter under a log, representing the log, not the actual log. You have a log right there on the left-hand side. You hid under there. Okay? And that scene was filmed the following year in 1993. In fact, this past June made the 31st anniversary of the release of Jurassic Park. Can you believe that? 31 years went by already. I know that because my daughters, when I first took them to Jurassic Park, their ages 4 and ages 8. Now their ages 35 and 39. Wow. That must be we'll be pretty close to 100 by now. Anyway, there's a lot. Remember the episode where Hurley finds a set of golf clubs? And they decide to build a 2-hole golf course. So this is Hurley's golf course, referred to this area here. And the actor that plays Hurley, Garcia, this is where he got engaged to his wife, right up here. Usually the women go, and the men go, so what? Anyway, Lost right up here. You know, at the time Lost was released, was Iran. You look right to the right, got a good example of American Godzilla footprint from the 1998 version of Godzilla starring Matthew Broderick. His toes aren't really touching the footprint at all, so you can't even tell. Anyway, call it what you like, be creative on that. Okay, coming up next, I'm going to say pissed off again. And they tell Mike and Dave, you cannot go to your sister's wedding in Hawaii unless you can find your own wedding dates. So where they go? Craigslist. They found 2 girls that topped my 5th bill. But they weren't as wholesome and sweet as they thought they were. And what those ladies do when they first get to Kualoa Ranch, they rent the ATVs. They jump the hill to my left-hand side. And not to be outdone, Mike and Dave do the same. Unfortunately, Mike kind of miscalculates, ends up landing right on his sister's face. She breaks her nose. She's all bruised up. One day before her wedding. So Mike and Dave go wedding. You kind of want to see it now, yeah? Yeah, check it out. It's pretty funny there. And the next scene was the father of the bride, played by Michael Douglas. He's giving his congratulatory speech to his daughter and his future son-in-law. Does film right by our fish pond area. So again, you catch the first 10 minutes of you and me debris, you get all the Kualoa Ranch. Okay, guys, here's my ultimate favorite romantic comedy, starring Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. Can you guess what it is? A little louder, please. Come on, guys, you can join in. One more time.
First date.
Yeah, very good. She would drive down this road every morning on her way to where to eat breakfast. What's the name of that restaurant? Starts with an H. Oh, okay. You didn't see it 20 times like I did? Kualoa Cafe. Kualoa Cafe. She wouldn't eat pancakes. She would eat, starts with a W?
Waffles.
Well, hey, you got that one, right? And so every morning he would do some sort of stunt. She would call the relationship the Adam Sandler character, right? So one morning he puts up little Willie the Penguin in the middle of the road. Thinks she's going to stop for cute Willie the Penguin. But she doesn't. She ends up running over Willie the Penguin. To honor Willie, we got our own version of Willie, a little bigger, made out of styrofoam, wearing a similar Aloha shirt. So 50 first dates and Willie the Penguin there. Okay, now it's commercial. You can sit in the log, you can sit on the gorilla back there. Stay on the flat bar. Watch where you're stepping.
Alright guys, so this is one of the filming locations for Kong Skull Island. All the props behind me are styrofoam. We're not allowed to touch them, stand on them, sit on them, or anything else. If you come on the tour, you can sit in Mighty Joe Young's hands in the back, or pose next to a log like you're in Jurassic Park. So, on with the tour.
Scene from Georgia Jungle, which George and Ursa are riding Indian elephant. They're going in this direction. They actually filmed it right over here. Just a picture of it. They're filming it coming up there on the left-hand side. With Brandon Fraser, and that's when Brandon Fraser had muscles. It looks a little different here. You guys saw him in the whale. It looks really different. And I told myself, is that Brandon Fraser? Yeah. I remember him from the Money in Georgia Jungle. Buffed out. Anyway. Work your way down the ridge line. At the very bottom of the ridge line on the right-hand side, do you see a jagged V? Can you see that V? That rock formation looks like a V. Okay, now look at those two rock formations that form that rock formation. Do they look like two kissing gorillas or two kissing kids? They do, right? If you watch Georgia Jungle, right before the credits, they'll show that rock formation and put a heart shape right around it. So go home, look through your DVDs that you probably, full of dust or donated, and then go find your DVD player that you probably for sure donated, right? And play it just fast. Yeah, that's the way the rock is. Anyway, we got some movie props from Journey to Mysterious Island. We got two iguana eggs, a conch shell, and a termite mound. All these were used in that movie, except the termite mound was actually edited out at the last minute. I'm not sure why, but it was edited out.
So that's it for us here at Kualoa Ranch. We'll be headed back to Aulani now. So the movie sites tour concentrates on a vast variety of film locations. If you'd like to concentrate more on Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, they have a separate tour called the Jurassic Tour. Some people bundle them. You do the movie sites and the Jurassic, and you'll see a little bit more. But the tour we took was 90 minutes, and that covers the vast majority of it. The Jurassic World props and sets are a little bit further up the valley, so you're going to be in a smaller vehicle, kind of a pickup truck with a bunch of seats in the back. So. But we'll see you back at the resort. All right, we're walking over to the Four Seasons right now. We're going to be going to Mina's Fish House. And that is Star Chef Michael Mina's restaurant at the Four Seasons. So we're not entirely sure where we need to check in, but it is a beachside restaurant, so we're thinking we can access from the beach. So we're heading that way now, and we're really looking forward to this dinner as we fly out tomorrow afternoon, so we won't get the chance again. Alright, so we're out here at Mina's Fish House. We're actually right on the sand, furthest table out to the beach, basically. And we're doing the Mina's Fish House experience, I believe is the menu option we took, which is basically you get 4 different appetizers shared amongst the table. And then you pick some one of 3 entree options, and this is out of the chef's new cookbook. So we both went with a market fish option. I went with an ono, which I believe is a white fish, and Kaylin went with a swordfish. So I'll show you some of the stuff that's on the table. So So we have right here is a sweet peppers. Over here we have Spanish octopus. Some kind of tropical salad. I didn't catch the details there. And then let me see if I can. There we go. This one is a lobster mango salad. This is actually really good. But everything has been absolutely stellar. The drinks are stellar. The food is stellar. And the experience has been absolutely phenomenal. Live music as well. So, what do you think so far?
10 out of 10 would recommend. Very, very good. Great way to end out the week.
Absolutely. So we'll follow up until we get our entrees. All right, so we're in the middle of our entree right now. So I had the Ono, wonderful, very light white fish, served on the raw side. Doesn't even taste like fish, to be honest. It's absolutely incredible. Kaylin got the grilled swordfish. And how is it?
Amazing, like really, really good. And the grilled swordfish, and then we got the garlic rice as a side, which is fabulously flavored and a great addition to both of them.
Yeah. So, absolutely incredible all around. We haven't had a single complaint about anything, and we've still got dessert after this. So, we'll keep you informed. All right, so we just finished up with our entree. I think both of us had a small piece of fish left. We want to make sure that there's room for dessert. So Kaylin's getting a rice pudding. What kind of rice pudding was it?
It's a vanilla rice pudding with figs.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna get a shave ice. I can't remember off the top of my head what flavor it is. Obviously something tropical. But nice light desserts to finish it off, and then we'll be on our way. I think we're an hour and a half in right now, so we're looking to wrap it up. But everything has been absolutely stellar. So I'll try to do this quick so I don't get a copyright strike. But we've got the shave ice here with a raspberry compote on top, I guess. So that sounds phenomenal. We also have the rice pudding. What was?
The rice pudding it's vanilla rice pudding with figs.
Okay. And then, because it's our honeymoon, they also brought out a little piece of, looks like chocolate cake here, and congratulated us. So, we'll dig into this, and we'll give a follow-up report once we're ready to go. All right, so we just finished at Mina's Fish House here at Four Seasons. We're walking back to Aulani now, which is like 100 feet away. But it was absolutely phenomenal. I will reveal that it was a $320 dinner, but I will say it is the most well worth it dinner I have ever had. What do you think?
Absolutely, 100%. It was a lot of fun getting to try a lot of different innovative dishes that were creative but absolutely phenomenal tasting. I think I'm still going to have dreams about that Spanish octopus dish. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, needless to say, we aren't doing anything, even packing to fly out tomorrow before we go to bed tonight. We are getting ready for bed and falling asleep. That is certainly a dinner that will put you to sleep. We both had a little bit of our entree left, and we certainly didn't finish all four of the appetizers either. I would say that experience with 4 people would probably make a little bit more sense. But for a couple, it's an awesome experience as well. So, have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow to say goodbye to Hawaii. All right, guys. Well, the day has come. We are headed home. It's been a wonderful 2-week honeymoon. 1 week here at Aulani, 1 week at Disneyland. But we have to check out. We've got a flight this afternoon to New York, and then we go on from there to Boston. So it's going to be quite the travel adventure. We've got a 10-hour flight, basically overnight. We don't land in New York until about 8:30 in the morning, I think. So
yeah, and then we get back into Boston around 10:30 after the short flight there.
So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the short video, kind of recapping what we did. Obviously, we couldn't record everything. We wanted to spend time together as well. But there will be more videos to come in the future with the two of us. And hope you have a great day here from Aulani. Bye.